You know what's better than a PS5 Pro, which you can get for $700? If you guessed the Steam Deck, yeah, there you go. Steam Deck, right on the money. Now, this all started. Yes, this is the way I'm doing it. I'm shooting. There's not going to be a little window of me talking, looking at the camera, and this captured captured YouTube screen. I'm just not going to do it. We're going to get into why I'm not going to do it that way. But this kind of started when I looked at Review Tech USA for about a second. And I said, I think I should steal Rich's audience. Why do the good YouTubers suffer and the bad ones get all the attention? We'll look at the response. One person says, you're not a good YouTuber. I think, I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but you clearly are not putting effort in. Let's see, 9 years. I think I'm putting effort in. You don't even have properly made thumbnails. That's not to say. Now, I thought about that. And I started doing thumbnails a little differently. Not the way that you all want me to do it. By the way, hi, Call UK. I'm putting this video here to kind of make a point. I'm somewhere in between, walking between the tightrope of don't take yourself too seriously, and I'm doing this regularly. So there has to be one or two things I take seriously, and that is listening to my own voice. That's not to say you could never be a good YouTuber. Looking at your videos, you have talent. I think you do really well, but you have to put in more effort. What effort? What effort does the king have to put in to be of any value? I see females that get way more attention for just doing very little. I enjoy watching Rich's RICHES live stream, saying that reflects poorly on my morality is pretty dramatic. No, that does reflect on your morality. Now, Kali, just in case you're looking at this and you wonder who Review Tech USA is, he was a big fat oaf from America, kind of an Italian-American guy, which equates to being a white guy. You know, we can tell, maybe Europeans in Europe can tell each other apart by the accent or the way they walk and talk. To me, as a Mexican, everybody's white if you look white. I guess that's how, it's racist, but it's true. So he's a white Italian dude who, basically, he's supposed to review technology, reviewing folding phones, keyboards, computers, tablets, quad-core processors. I guess he and his father worked on technology, like soldering together circuit boards, whatever you could think of. Apple iPad Pro, any kind of smartphone, any kind of iPhone, right? So people expected Rich of Review Tech USA, Richard Masucci or Richard Burnell or whatever his name is, to review tech. And he would just sit there and talk shit and have his shirt off. I mean, the guy is like, 6 feet tall, about 200 something pounds. Okay. The guy's a big fat oaf. And he has his shirt off to like titillate his fans. So that's the one. And then on my own videos, I get comments like, why are you recording like this? What year is it? You are a guest, and I can and will make your comments disappear, so I know you're joking around. So I ain't taking... This is coming from a YouTuber that has been trolled and bullied when the ZX Spectrum was a brand new thing. When the ZX Spectrum was a brand new technology in contrast to the Univac, okay? When the ZX Spectrum was brand new technology, that's how long I've been trolled and bullied, okay? So, I got PTSD up, just like Rambo, okay? I got PTSD up the ass, okay? Another person says, if you're playing this via ROM, you should be using OBS. And here I'm getting these suggestions from people, okay? And I finally said, day by day, I figured out how to make better videos. Classic Game Room. I know you heard of Angry Video Game Nerd, but Classic Game Room is the other guy. Classic Game Room, Mark Bussler, Lord Carnage, whatever decisions he made in association with Amazon. Aside from that, the guy was here before any of us, before Inept Reviews, before AVGN, before me, before Angry Joe Show, before anybody else. Like before the right-wingers, extreme right-wingers like Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic. Classic Game Room was here before any of us, and he started his videos back in 1999 when the Dreamcast was like brand new technology. Classic Game Room made most videos without relying on capturing. I know how well he does, and I rely on outside sources, meaning I'm not going to listen to shit. So that's another one. Here's more. I don't think that it would be fair to call you a bad YouTuber. The people who call you that are comparing a person who makes videos for fun versus a person, who plan, strategize, do multiple. So this is a backhanded compliment here. The people who call you that are comparing a person who just makes videos for fun versus a person who plans, strategizes, and do multiple retakes, have professional camera setup, edit heavily, and do it for a living. I wouldn't say that because, again, now going back to Review Tech USA, he's a guy who talks shit and does stupid things. One of the things he did, Kali, is that he fired his editor. Now, the guy would do 4-hour live streams, okay? I can't do, I remember you did a 7-hour live stream. And then you did about 5 hours and 4 hours, then maybe a couple of hours. I don't know if I could do more than 2 or 3 hours tops. But, okay, so Richard Review Tech, he would do about 4 or 5 hours, okay? And his editor had a hard time getting YouTube clips or like shorts, right? Like we do shorts. You do shorts, I do shorts, right? To do little clips. Eventually he fired his editor. And then he talked shit about him. He insulted his family, he insulted his friends, his genitalia, whatever. This guy would insult him personally. So I never know anybody that would fire somebody and then make personal attacks against them long after they fire them. That's just shit. So no, I don't agree that this person planned anything. Hey, if you need help, video editing or just strategizing your content, feel free to apply. Reply to me. I'm a video editor. So I don't need people doing that. So I think a bit of change will help you a lot. So everybody's been telling me how to take my cock and stick it up my ass. But let me end all that. So here's the short version of the video I post in 6 hours. I was a little late. I am not changing shit, especially not from some stupid inbreds who contribute nothing but passive-aggressive negative comments on how I should do my videos. There are very few people I will listen to, Kali UK, Al Smith, Dreamcast84, maybe Martel the Cool. Somebody I know in person, I meet in person. Amaya Miller. I'll take her advice. Very few people that I know. If it was somebody like maybe Pat the NES Punk, maybe. But, yep, I'm still shooting it off screen. Tough shit. I will listen to there are very few people I will listen to for real advice, and they're not going to be random shitheads who are butthurt I insulted their hero, Review Fuck USA, who does not give a shit about you and doesn't. In the end, he doesn't give a shit, really. Neither does the completionist. This is a guy that I took shots at. And some people defended the guy, even though the completionist, Gerard, stole money from innocent YouTubers who thought they were donating money to a worthy cause. So the completionist is a thief, and Review Tech USA is a fat piece of garbage. And I should have his number of cheated fans too. I said that. If I succeed, it's on my own terms. Now, I'll tell you a little funny story. Let me get that darker. When I was in my 30s, when I watched YouTube videos, I used to tell some people how to do their videos. Like, do you think you could add this? Or do you think you could have that? And at some point I shut the fuck up and I started listening to people. And I just watched what they did have. I would always make a request, but almost every time I complimented them on what they were doing right, or I just talked about the topic. Sometimes it's what you say, but more importantly, how you say it. But also for good first impression, your first comment on somebody's videos, on somebody's channel, right? So like let's call a UK posted a video a couple of days ago. If you're a brand new person and you came across his feed, and this is the first time you're putting a message on Kali's video, that first comment means everything, right? Some people would say, oh, could you come back more often and do more videos? And Kali would have an answer saying, I kind of got my own personal life going and, I'm not here as much. That's mostly what he would say, something like that. And I respect that. I also, for me, I told them it's like, hey, you never know when that day job is gonna shit you. You still have I mean, Call of UK had a lot of attention in that with the that one interview he did with somebody, and I missed that interview. It was like a radio style podcast interview, and I missed it. But he is the ZX Spectrum YouTube reviewer, and yeah, you got lost in the shuffle, but people still like you. I don't know who likes me. When I check my analytics, I'll even look at my analytics now. I was on a high, then a low, then somewhere trying to go back up. So 15.6K more than usual, 300 watch time hours more than usual, 70.7 more, 96.9 more views, 70.7 more hours, 19 subscribers, though, it goes down. I'm sure this happens to the best. I would hear reports that some people like Jim Sterling or Angry Joe Show, sometimes they go on for weeks without new subscribers. Okay. So when I started out doing YouTube, that was 2015. I had like awkward videos made on a 3DS. A 3DS. Okay? A 3DS. If my sister, who also has a YouTube channel but has only done one video, I will not say who she is, but she makes something like pottery, like lotions or soaps or creams, something for the body. And she did one video and it had like 200 and something views, and she only has 3 subscribers. Now, if she was, and she's my older sister, okay, one of my, I had 3 older sisters, one ended her life, and I have 2 left. She would tell me, you need fancy graphics, like maybe elevator music, right? And you'd have fancy, spinning graphics and moving graphics, just like they do on computers. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. But at this time, there's nothing right with that. And some, like if you see some TikTok videos, there was this one guy who's on a skateboard, okay? Just like that skateboard right there, okay? He's on a skateboard and he's drinking like soda and he's like living life. That guy got millions of views. There was no fancy editing. There was no fancy graphics or fancy capture. That guy was just living his life drinking soda and riding on a skateboard. Okay? By the way, I've had lots of views for other. I have done video gaming videos for years. The Star Fox 2. That's not my very first video. That's the problem with you fuckers, is that the 2% returning, and everybody else assumes that this is my first fucking day. Dude, I've been doing this for 9 years. 9 years. Do the videos need improvement? Yes, but it is up to me to decide. When I see success, the Pac-Man, let me show you, okay? This one video, 2,100 likes, 672,000 views, okay? And there's other ones here. Let me see. Oh, the plug and play Pac-Man games. I got 330 views, 1 like. 1 like, let's see. There's other ones where I've done, nobody complained about my damn gameplay. 2 views, this is for the Ghostly Adventures 2. But I've done other videos since then. This is Pac-Man Saturday Night. I think I've done similar board games. There's 280 for Let's Play Pac-Man Mecha. It's a custom board game I made up. And there are other videos. When I did the Wendy Williams one, nobody was complaining about the technical problems. They were more concerned about, is she dead? No, she ain't dead. Nope. Harvey Weinstein, I think, survived his heart surgery. So there you go. Pac-Man is everywhere. Not every video is going to be masterclass. When I saw that I got 672,000 views, I thought, should I do Pac-Man videos? That's my thought. And then I did later ones, and it didn't get as many. So I don't know what the technique is. That's the thing. People think this is the sheep mentality is, I need to get technical equipment. I need to get a 3D camera. I need to get a $10,000 set. And then once I get all this complex, shiny setup, then I got to figure out what I got to do for content. That is exactly how people think. That's exactly how people think. They think that if they do it, if they get all the fancy equipment, the fancy lights, the gaffer, um, the boom mic, and a camera crew, and they think, oh, I got to get this shit ready, and it's like, oh, I got to get a complex, because a lot of the capture stuff does require a little bit of extra hardware, and then a proper editing system, editing software to edit it all together. Now, some videos I use an app. If the video is compromised, giving away personal information, or something didn't work, then I have to splice the video and re-edit it. But it's going to look a little cheap, but it's there, right? So a couple of videos I've done that with. Other times, I would just prefer to shoot the screen, okay? BitHead 1000, I believe, does that. Classic Game Room would do that, okay? But to get the proper editing software, some of that stuff does cost money. If it's free, it's probably not going to work as ideal as one would like. But my mentality is not, oh, I need to make videos like this person. I need to be like that YouTuber. Some of these YouTubers are assholes. Why the hell are you still following them? What do you think? You might as well go back and look at what's his face? Matt Jarbo, right? Matt Jarbo, Mr. $3 Theater. I mean, what is the morality of anybody? People look at people covering their face, you know? Remember I told you where people cover their face? Like, oh no, this thing in the news, right? And they cover their face. Probably couldn't see that properly. That's okay. Like 8-Bit Eric does that because Geeks and Gamers does it. And people like Tyrone Magnus and other people, they kind of just like not steal the content, but they don't do their own content. They do what everybody else does. They copy everybody else's content. I say, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do this because it's what I feel. How do I do that? That's what I do. Now, as far as what suggestions, the only suggestions are the ones I ask the audience. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. When I do surveys to see what people would want to see, do you want to see more Star Fox 2 or not? Also, which game would you want me to play? So yes, every now and then I will ask the audience for help, but only, it's kind of like if like Lie Malicious, right, doesn't want spoilers, don't spoil the game. Don't help her unless she asks for help. If you do not, if I do not ask for help, do not suggest. So that's how it is. That's how I do these things. It's taken me 17 minutes to explain to a lot of you how I do these things. I'm slapping my knee as I'm talking because you pissed me off now. You pissed me off now. It's kind of almost as bad as Splatterhouse 2. Okay? So I'm going to continue evolving my channel. I'm going to continue evolving the technology that may be used to support the channel. But mostly I'm going to do a Banjo-Tooie video tonight. And I'm going to do it the way I see fit. The way I prefer to do it. Okay? So I would ask that you try to behave yourselves. If I see any more suggestions, okay, I'm just going to start deleting them. Okay? Unless you're somebody that I've known personally and I've talked to, like Dice Odyssey or Dreamcast 84, somebody I know, even Mr. Al Smith, you are entitled to tell me. And like you suggest, don't make you a regular topic. You got it. You don't need to be a topic on my channel. But if you want to make a suggestion, I'll listen to that. But I'm not going to take random people. I think I'm fine with what I'm doing as far as my own stuff. Everybody's got their own problems. I've got my problem. So I'm going to move on from this. September 11th. Rest in peace to all the people who passed away in 2001. And also Peter Renday, Ninja Turtles voice actor, dead at 89. It's sad. but I guess it was his time. So for those of you who have been here for me for the last few years, love and support. Those who are returning, love and support. I just feel I need to do the channel my way. And for those of you who do not like me and just want to troll me, get the fuck off my channel!